It was about 5 or 6 weeks ago that Victoria spoke to a group of 600 people at a Roteryclub, and she's going to be giving the same speech to us today. And I saw it, I think a week or so after it hit the web, it started going around, and so I quickly got on the phone and talked with her dad Zane and invited them here. And so we have a very special treat. So Victoria, come on up, do your thing. Go up.
Have you ever wondered why Canada is in debt? Have you ever wondered why the government forces Canadians to pay so many taxes? Have you ever wondered why the bankers from the largest private banks are becoming wealthier and the rest of us are not? Have you ever wondered why the gross national debt is over $800 billion? Or why we are spending $160 million a day on the interest of the national debt? That's $60 billion a year. Have you ever wondered who receives the $60 billion? What I have discovered is the banks and the government have colluded to financially enslave the people of Canada. I will share with you 3 important points of reference, which will hopefully spark enough interest and concern for you to continue the research on your own and to engage your government to stop this criminal act against the people of Canada. First, we will briefly examine the Bank of Canada. Second, we will see how our banking system works today. And lastly, I will offer a viable solution that we can petition our government to implement. A very little known figure in Canadian history is J.O. Gradon McGeer. He was a lawyer, member of Parliament, and mayor of Vancouver. His contribution to Canada is probably the greatest in our history. He championed the creation of the National Bank of Canada, whose sole purpose is to create and manage Canada's money. It was formed on July 3, 1934, and owned by all Canadians. Until the 1970s, because of the Bank of Canada, Canada's national debt was held at a constant, manageable level, until the government decided to implement what we now have as our modern-day banking system that is robbing the Canadian people. So how are they robbing us? Allow me to explain how our private banks and government work today. First, the Canadian government borrows money from the private banks. They then lend the debt-based money to Canada with compounded interest. The government then continues to increase taxation of Canadians year after year in order to pay back the interest on the exponentially growing national debt. What results is inflation, less real money for Canadians to spend into our economy, and the real money being used to pad the pockets of the banks. Also, the government gave the banks the ability to loan out money that doesn't exist in the form of loans. When a bank gives you a mortgage, which literally means a death pledge, or a loan, they don't actually give you money. They click a key on a computer and generate the fake money out of thin air. They don't actually have it in their bank vaults. Presently, the banks only have $4 billion on reserve, but they have loaned out over $1.5 trillion. To quote Graham Towers, each and every time a bank makes a loan, a new bank credit is created. New deposits, brand new money. Broadly speaking, all new money comes out of a bank in the form of loans. As loans are debt, then under the present system, all money is debt.
Imagine a world with complete self-reliance. A world that no longer needs the support of banks and governments. A world that can survive and prosper without the current monetary system. A society that's free to think independently and live abundantly. That's exactly what GlobeUnited4U is all about. We want to create an ideal world with our own currency and our own financial stability. A brand new economy where debt no longer exists and business is booming. A place where gold is the new currency and the dollar and euro is completely phased out. A place where people actually earn on their investments and can create a brighter future for their families. Aren't you sick and tired of being stuck in the rat race? Pushing and shoving to get ahead in the world just to find yourself deeper in debt? Don't you want to experience the other side? The side that our society refuses to tell you about? It's called freedom. Freedom of mind and freedom of finance. Look no further. GlobeUnited4U is the solution. Let's create this wonderful world together with the power of the crowd. Let's join forces with like-minded people all over the world and make a difference that counts. Don't be left behind when our current economy shuts its doors on you. Are you willing to take that leap and invest in your future now? Do you have what it takes to become a shareholder to make this vision a reality? Here's the plan. We need to sell 2,000 shares from the allotted 20,000. Then we'll launch our new initiative called Crowd Investments for You. This subsidiary guarantees 20% return on investment, and only GlobeUnited4U members can take advantage of these services. The more members we have, the stronger our crowd is. Buy one share at €50 and get free membership for a year. We would prefer to have 20,000 shareholders buy one share each rather than 10 rich people buy 2,000 shares. Keep the power in the crowd's hand so we can grow and prosper together. But wait, there is more. In addition to membership benefits, shareholders receive 10% on their investments, paid in our gold currency, every year. But the deal just got sweeter. Become a shareholder before January 1st, 2015. In 12 months. Together, we have the power to change the world as we know it. Join the crowd and reclaim your freedom. Go to GlobeUnited4U.com and start to change your future today.